I'm talking to my wife. I look over to my right, and I see this really over-the-top statue of devils and demons and human sacrifice and stuff, and it's like, wow, this is really amazing. So we got some pictures of that. But here's the thing, Alex. I'm tired of being called a conspiracy theorist. I understand that's the avenue of attack. We don't have any theories about how Scalia died. The people who came up with the theories were this judge who phoned in the inquest, didn't look, said, oh, it's a heart attack, then said, no, it's natural causes.
There is some of the drone footage behind you. Go ahead.
Actually, what we're skeptical, Alex. We don't believe everything the government tells us. And when they start changing their stories about the cause of death, when they start changing their stories about his health, we're going to be looking at the circuitous route that they took the Hearst on. We're going to be looking at the airport that was right across from the ranch itself.
This whole thing is suspicious.
Yes, everything about that is suspicious.
And this is an airport for wide-body jets. I mean,
yes,
it's big.
Yes, Gulfstream jets are able to land there. They could have flown his body back in less time than they drove it around Texas. There's a lot of different issues here that don't make any sense.
Changing the stories. You busted into the judge's office and talked to him.
Yeah.
The other talked to the other judge. You guys did a first-rate job for like 2020, and you did it with a shoestring budget in just a few days. I mean, congratulations.
Well,
I'm telling you, man. I tell you, I mean, you deserve an award if there was one.
Well, thank you.
Your reward is defeating tyranny.
There's still some things that we don't have answers to. I wanted to talk to people who were there within the local government, if they would be honest and candid and open with us. I wanted to ask them what the federal involvement was in this, because all we hear about are what the sheriff did, what the judge did who phoned in the inquest. I would like to know what the federals did with all of this, because that's a key part of the story as well.
But none of us know. We know more with the custody of a robbery victim or a dead illegal that dies down there with an autopsy, which should happen, than we do with this key Supreme Court justice. They say, oh, he was real sick.
Isn't that amazing?
But he wasn't. I mean, what does your gut now tell you that you've been down there and investigated it, something nobody else has done?
Well, my gut tells me that they really did not want to have an autopsy done because they went to great lengths to make sure an autopsy was not done. And we had the first two judges that we talked to said, well, I passed it on to another person because I couldn't go. The next judge said the same thing. I couldn't go. This one phones it in, has a history of doing this. And as we were doing that first interview with you live on the radio, we had people on the sidewalk listening to what we were saying, didn't know who we were, and then came up to me afterwards, pulled me off to the side and said, I want to remain anonymous, but I got to tell you, this is not the first time this type of thing has happened
and
here.
And then you talk to the sheriff's deputy that says the same thing. We're back in 70 seconds. I'll be back this Sunday, Lord willing, 4 to 6 p.m., and I'm hosting. 4 to 6 p.m. with the Sunday transmission. 4th hour straight ahead. Tell folks to tune in, folks. Your liver can be full of fatty deposits, built-up toxins, and even dangerous objects known as liver stones. We worked with the top developers in the field of detox to take tried and true herbs and other compounds known to safely cleanse the liver and fused it with the latest research and technological development on concentrating these ingredients to give you the maximum effect. Liver Shield is the only liver support product on the market that uses a patented Spigirex blend of powerful organic herbs that support detoxification. And when you visit InfoWarsLife.com, see the instructional video on how to do a 6-day liver detox. This isn't a game, and let me tell you, the results are dramatic. Liver Shield is totally organic and made of the safest high-quality herbs. But that said, you need to consult your physician before you do the full detox. Liver Shield can also be used daily by itself for overall upkeep of the liver. Secure your Liver Shield today exclusively at InfoWarsLife.com for the lowest price available. That's InfoWarsLife.com or call 888-253-3139.
You're listening to The Alex Jones Show.
Evil takes over because we let it. Thomas Jefferson.
The world is a dangerous place, not because of evil, but because of those who look on and do nothing. If you are receiving this transmission, you are the resistance.
We're not backing down.
Live to the Central Texas Command Center, it's Alex Jones.
The song says it all. The fighting's going on right now. It's an info war. They want to make it physical because we're winning, they're losing. We're not putting a good face on it. We were losing 10 years ago, I told you. We were neck and neck 2 years ago, I told you. We have the enemy on their back. All we have to do is deal a killer blow. That blow is against our own cowardice, our own laziness. We have to deal with our lack of will. We have to fire up our guts and our spirits and ask God for guidance. The rest will fall in place. David Knight, you're going to come up with a whole hour with amazing folks. Wayne Madson's about to come in here with you. We're going to clean up all my little pig pen here and my lunch behind the counter and all the rest of it. And then you're going to have a deep breakdown of all this. A lot of special clips. Michael Savage is going to be on a taped interview with Biggs. That's all coming up. The weird occultic stuff. You just wanted to say you were glad to get out of that ranch. It was Creepville. That was your words during the break.
Yeah. We were very uncomfortable there for a number of reasons. First of all, we weren't welcome. But, yeah, there were a lot of things that made us all feel very creepy. We all said individually, and I even had, when I put out a picture of some of the artwork there, somebody said to me, this looks like The Shining. And we had all said that individually. We need to do an article inside with the video, inside the bizarre ranch where Scalia died, and then just list like 10 of the bizarre circumstances. We got 1 minute till I go to this clip of Trump saying, hey, 28 pages, hey, Bush knew, hey, why'd we attack Iraq? Does that make you like Trump more? Because I know you've been on the fence. Oh, absolutely. Let me tell you something. I was always for Rand Paul. Civil liberties are at the front of my priorities. But maybe the way that we attack this police state is by exposing the lies of 9/11. And if he has the guts to do that, that is huge. He already opposes the globalist takeover.
Seismic.
Yes, exactly. Already opposes the globalist takeover. So what, you just
went from maybe 60% for Trump to 75, or?
Yeah. Well, you know what? It started turning around for me once Rand Paul was out. We no longer really had somebody that was directly addressing the principles of civil liberty. There's no difference with the candidates on those issues. But Trump was opposing the globalist takeover in terms of managed trade. This is not free trade, it's managed trade. The globalist technique of open borders.
He's a nationalist, he's not
climate.
Perfect,
yes.
He's got courage, and he's obviously not with them or he wouldn't be doing this. It's too devastating. He's for real. He's real. Now, is he perfect? No, but he's real. Yeah. We're going to go to this clip of Trump on CNN, come back, and you're taking over. But address the Trump thing some, too, with Wayne Madsen and others, because this is seismic, folks, and Donald Trump is for real. We now know it. It's certified. Let's go to the clip.
When you said that George W. Bush, which was our last Republican president, a man I respect greatly, a person that we really fought for when he was up against a lot of pressure.
Fake Southerners. I'm a Southerner. You're not.
Lied to get us in the war in Iraq. That stung me very deeply. Okay. I don't believe that. I'm just wondering, given some time passing, perhaps you've rethought that. Would you be willing to rethink that?
Well, a lot of people agree with what I said, and I'm not talking about lying. I'm not talking about not lying. Nobody really knows why we went into Iraq. The Iraqis did not knock down. It was not Saddam Hussein that knocked down the World Trade Center. Okay,
that's just what you said was they lied. They said there were weapons of mass destruction, and there were none, and they knew there were none. There were no weapons of mass destruction.
Well, there are a lot of people that think that. There were a lot of people that think, look, bottom line, there were no weapons of mass destruction. They said there are weapons of mass destruction. I was against the war when it started.
Do you think the president of the United States, George W. Bush, lied?
Well, look, I'm not going to get you a vote, but that's okay. Let me
I'm just giving you another shot.
Let me tell you something. I'll tell you very simply. It may have been the worst decision going into Iraq, may have been the worst decision anybody has made, any president has made in the history of this country. That's how bad it is, okay? Here's what happens. We have spent $2 trillion in Iraq and fighting Iraq. $2 trillion. $2 trillion. Thousands of lives, right? We have wounded warriors who I love all over the place. These are the most incredible. These are braver than all of us in this room put together. I look at the attitude, and I work with them, and these are great people. We got nothing. We have nothing. We're not even there. We can't even make a phone call right now.
But to his question,
I'm trying to separate.
Let me tell you. Do I know?
Do you believe he lied, or did he?
I can tell you this. I don't whether he lied or not.
You talk about leveling with the American people. Have you always told the truth?
I've always tried to.
Well, I'm George Washington, and I try not to tell lies. Leanne McAdoo with Infowars.com. Let me level with you, America. Here's just a small sampling of Hillary's whoppers. There's the Benghazi hearing, using a secret private server to hide her activities, lying about not sharing classified information on that secret server, using the Clinton Foundation as a cover for tax evasion, and taking bribes from foreign countries. She claims to be against the big banks, but won't release transcripts of the speeches she made to those banks who paid her hefty speaking fees. Whitewater, Watergate, defending a rapist, threatening all of Bill's bimbos in an effort to keep them quiet, then claiming to run a campaign for women. Clinton even took $190,000 worth of household goods from the White House when Bill left office. I guess they were dead broke at the time.
What difference at this point does it make?
Read more at Infowars.com.
cells become toxic, they die early, and aging sets in. No one has put together a formula that focuses directly on brain health, nerve growth factors, and optimizing your cellular energy at the same time. Just one of the key compounds, BioPQQ, is backed by major clinical studies. You want the best that's out there at the lowest price anywhere? We now have the synergistic solution. Secure your DNA force today at InfoWarsLife.com or call toll-free 888-253-3139. Shower filters. We're introducing the best yet. The brand new ProPure ProMax high-performance shower filter. It removes and reduces over 200 contaminants while preserving a strong, powerful flow. This new 4-stage filtration process helps protect the largest organ in your body, your skin, from the unhealthy contaminants in the water. You can find more details on this amazing new filter and free shipping at InfoWarsStore.com or call 888-253-3139 to order your ProMax shower filter from ProPure today. Super Male Vitality is InfoWarsLife.com's #1 selling product for a good reason. It works. Go to InfoWarsLife.com today and read the testimonials for yourself. There are thousands of them with an average voting score at an unprecedented 4.8. It is concentrated herbs and natural organic compounds known to energize the body's natural processes that are blocked by estrogen mimickers and other toxic elements in the food chain. Super Male Vitality from InfoWarsLife.com has sold out multiple times in the last 3 months. To fix that problem, we have now produced the biggest and most concentrated, high-quality batch of Super Male Vitality in the product's history. Our new ultra-strength formula is even stronger. Check out the third-party reviews and informational videos at InfoWarsLife.com. Now it's time to get your body in balance and fight back. I'm Alex Jones for Super Male Vitality and InfoWarsLife.com, and I salute you, our supporters.
He aligns himself with the truth, and it's time for you to choose a side. You're listening to Alex Jones.
I see your hair is burning. Hills are filled with fire. If they say I never loved you, you know they are a liar. Driving down your freeway, midnight alleys roam.
Welcome back to the Alex Jones Show. I'm David Knight, your host, and joining me now is Wayne Madsen, as well as our reporters who went with us to to West Texas to investigate the hotel where Antonin Scalia died. Joe Biggs and Kit Daniels will be joining us as well. We're also going to have a clip from the interview that Michael Savage had with Joe Biggs. Before we get into the Scalia death and the investigation that we did there, Wayne, I want to ask you, what do you make of the fact that Donald Trump is now talking about the missing pages from 9/11?
Well, he's certainly talking about something that no other candidate would even think about delving into. Most of all, Jeb Bush.
Oh, yeah. He avoided that.
Family, of course, has a lot of reasons to keep that information secret. But I think Trump is starting to even be more open about what he thinks about what's wrong with his country than even H. Ross Perot was.
Oh, I think so. Very much so, yeah.
Perot, of course, also fed on a lot of discontent. But Trump has done a couple of things here that I think are interesting. Not only is he basically overthrowing the Republican Party establishment, and Sanders is doing it for other reasons on the Democratic side, but he was ruled out by all the political professionals last year. Every time he made some controversial statement, he said, that's it, he's done. When he went after McCain and other things. He's probably going to destroy the professional political consultants, the political advertising consultants, because he's...
Oh, yeah, it's not having any effect. They've spent hundreds of millions of dollars for Jeb Bush. He came in with this massive war chest that was supposed to scare all the competition away. He's spent most of it now, and it hasn't done anything for him.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Trump says he spent $5 million, whereas Jeb has wasted $140 million at least, and if this